Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, new state-of-the-art system inaugurated to evacuate power at 220 kV GIS from NSPCL to MSDS-4 of SAIL RSP. Lion Colony team backs the champion trophy of Samvardhan Rural Football Tournament organized by SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. 128 teams from 4 revenue blocks were in the fray. And in our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav 2.0 series, today's personality is Vidagdha Kabi Abhimanyu Samantha Singhara. Now the news in detail. A new state-of-the-art system was inaugurated at MSDS-4 of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant on 23rd February 2023 for the evacuation of power at 220 kV GIS from NSPCL to MSDS-4. The new facility was inaugurated by Mr. Tanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge DIC RSP, in the presence of Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, Mr. P.K. Sahu, ED Projects, Mr. Somnath Tripathi, EDMM, and Mr. P.K. Rath, CGM in Charge Mines. Many chief general managers, senior officers of the plant, and a large number of employees of power distribution and associated departments were present on the occasion. Congratulating the collective on the completion of the project, the DIC said the successful execution of the technologically advanced project, in spite of various challenges, speaks volumes about the potential of our units. To harness competitive advantage, we must keep abreast with emerging technologies. It is noteworthy that to cater to the increased power need of 4.5 million ton capacity expansion of RSP, NSPCL went ahead with its expansion and commissioned a 250 megawatt thermal base power plant. To evacuate this power generation at 220 kV level, NSPCL was connected to MSDS-7 at Hot Strip Mill 2. While a portion of it met the power requirement of HSM2, the rest electricity was explored to local grid through 220 kV Rourkela MSDS-7 lines. In order to utilize the enhanced generation of NSPCL in the existing other units of the plant, NSPCL has been connected to the existing plant load center, that is MSDS-4 at 220 kV level through this project. Some of the major jobs executed under the project include extension of existing 220 kV gas insulated switch gear of MSDS-4 by 2 bays, associated GIS ducting and outdoor equipment, 220 kV double circuit transmission line from MSDS-4 to cable termination yard, and 220 kV cabling and termination at CTY and NSPCL 220 kV GIS. The completion of the project now facilitates transmission of power from NSPCL 250 megawatt power generation unit through 2 paths, that is MSDS-7 to HSM2 and MSDS-4 to the existing plant loads. It has drastically reduced the power import from grid. Moreover, the project has also helped RSP to create an interconnecting 220 kV ring between Rourkela grid, HSM2, NSPCL and MSDS-4 for flow of power either way. The project has been successfully executed with close coordination between Power Distribution Department and Project Department of RSP under the guidance of ED Projects. In the exciting final match of Samvardhan Rural Football Tournament organized by the CSR Department of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant at Ispat Stadium on 22nd February 2023, the Lion Colony team emerged as winner by beating the Jalda 11 team in penalty shootout. It is worth mentioning here that 128 teams had participated the block level tournaments held earlier in the 4 revenue blocks, namely Nuagaon, Bisra, Kuarmunda and Latikata. The top 2 teams from each block qualified to play in the final phase held at Ispat Stadium on 22nd February. Mr. Tanu Bhaumik, Director in charge, Rourkela Steel Plant, graced the closing ceremony as the chief guest. Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, Mr. P.K. Sahu, ED Projects, Mr. Somnath Tripathi, ED MM, Dr. B.K. Hota, ED Medical and Health Services, Mr. P.K. Raj, CGM in charge Mines, Ms. Munmun Mitra, GM CSR, and other officers of CSR and the plant were also present on the occasion. Speaking on the occasion, the DIC highlighted the power of games and sports that possesses the capacity to bring together a host of professions under one roof and connect people from across different parts of the world by citing the example of FIH Odisha Men's Hockey World Cup. He expressed hope that some youngsters from the participating teams will earn glory for the country in the international firmament. The DIC and other dignitaries were introduced to the players and match officials before the start of the final match. The DIC kicked the football to mark the beginning of the title clash. The dignitaries presented the certificates and footballs to the participating teams, the individual players who had displayed their brilliance, and the winners and runners-up teams. The winning team got a glittering trophy certificate, a football, and a cash prize of Rs 10,000. While the runners-up team received a trophy, certificate, a football and a cash award of Rs 8,000. Bikas Barla of Line Colony was thus the man of the match. Anuranjan Lugun of Jalda was the best scorer, while Ankit Gupta of Jalda was the best defender, and Victor Mins of Line Colony was the best goalkeeper of the tournament. Each of them were handed over with a cash award of Rs 500 and a trophy. The members of the women's self-help groups that conducted the matches and match officials were also felicitated. Early in the morning, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, inaugurated the Central Samvardhan Football Tournament. Mr. T.B. Topo, AGM CSR, welcomed the gathering, while Mr. P.K. Swine, CGM Town, proposed a formal vote of thanks. The mega event concluded with the lowering of sports flag and declaration of closure of the championship by the DIC. Mr. B. Eka, Senior Field Assistant CSR, was the masters of the ceremony. It is noteworthy that such types of rural sports events under the Samvardhan banner are being conducted by the CSR Department of RSP for the youth of the peripheral villages since 2012-13. As a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav 2.0 celebration sale, Rourkela Steel Plant is presenting a series of news on freedom fighters and eminent personalities of Odisha. And today's press personality is Bidagda Kabi Abhimanyu Samanta Singhara. Born on 23rd February 1760 at village Balia in the present in Jajpur district, he was great devotional poet of yesteryears. His poetic works revolve around the eternal love between Radha and Krishna. At the age of 14, he had composed Bagha Gita, Chadhai Gita and Bole Hoon. His first immortal creations include Bidagda Chintamani, Prema Chintamani, Prema Kala, Rasavati, Sulakshana and Prema Tarangini. He was a lyricist of repute. He died in the year 1806 AD. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.